Spain and Portugal. Two countries sharing the Iberian Peninsula like two siblings sharing a room. Lots of history together, but also, independent. Their stories, though often similar, went in totally different directions. Portugal stayed its own country, even though bigger Spain had other ideas. From the Romans to the Reconquista, both went through a lot of the same stuff, which shaped their languages, cultures, and how they saw the world. But sharing doesn't always mean staying together, right? Portugal decided to go its own way early on, becoming independent in the 12th century and then going on amazing adventures, building a huge empire across the globe. This independent streak, like something deep down inside, would be super important later on. As Spain got more and more powerful in the late 1400s and early 1500s, becoming a big deal in Europe, Portugal's independence became a big question mark. Spain's ambitions, fueled by family ties to the throne and wanting more power, would really test little Portugal's strength. The Iberian Union, basically Spain and Portugal becoming one big country, was a popular idea in Spain. A united Iberia, ruled by the Habsburgs, meant ultimate power. Portugal, with its awesome coastline perfect for ships, its booming trade and its massive empire, was way too tempting for Spain to ignore. Taking over Portugal wouldn't just get rid of a possible rival, it would make Spain's own empire even bigger. Money-wise, Portugal controlled the super profitable spice trade with the East Indies, and everyone in Europe was jealous, especially Spain. Getting all that cash was a motivator. Plus, Portugal had Brazil with tons of gold and sugar, which made Spain want it even more. All that wealth and power made Spain really determined to take over Portugal. The year 1578 was a huge turning point. On the super-hot plains of Alcaiça-Quibir in modern-day Morocco, Portugal's future was on the line. Young King Sebastian, dreaming of glory, took his army to fight the Saadi dynasty of Morocco. Big mistake. The battle was a total disaster for Portugal. Sebastian's army got tricked and crushed, and the king died. Portugal was left without a leader and in a very weak spot. This epic fail shocked everyone in Portugal. Losing their king and most of their army left a huge gap in power, making them an easy target. Spain saw its chance and started thinking about how to make that union happen. Section 4, One King, Two Kingdoms. After the disaster in Morocco, Portugal needed a new king. The next in line, Cardinal Henry, was old and not well. When he died, in 1580, Philip II of Spain, King Manuel I of Portugal's grandson, said the throne was his. Philip's claim, even though it was because of family, wasn't popular in Portugal. Becoming part of the huge Spanish Empire meant losing their freedom and who they were, and nobody liked that. Even with all the pushback, Philip moved quickly, sending the Duke of Alba, a tough general, to stop any rebellions. The Portuguese fought back hard, but they couldn't stop Philip from becoming their king. So began the Philippine dynasty, 60 years where Portugal and its empire were ruled by the Spanish Habsburgs. Section 5, Portugal gets its own king back. Spain was in charge of Portugal, but things weren't peaceful. People were angry about being ruled by another country, especially because it was hurting them financially and they missed being independent. They never really accepted losing their freedom. In 1640, all that anger exploded. A group of Portuguese nobles called the 40 Conspirators pulled off a surprise attack, taking control of important places in Lisbon and saying John, Duke of Braganza, was the King John IV of Portugal. John's claim to the throne was a bit complicated, but the Portuguese people loved it. He meant going back to having their own royal family, a symbol of their country. Everyone supported him, turning a small attack into a huge rebellion against Spain.